We back with another Brutal City podcast with your boy Brutal, Sim on the scene, wicked and mean.
What's good, AllCity fan, Brew Squad? Stand up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this next episode of the Brutal City Podcast. We about to get right.
Don't know, my G. And we got a few topics to talk about, man. We're going to start it off hot. We're going to start it off because last week we were here praising 2K for what we saw so far about season 3 rewards and what they released to us, man. All right, but when they dropped it, the community felt a little bit different from what we felt before we saw everything, man. I just couldn't wait to get here to ask you what were your thoughts after they dropped.
Man, it's mediocre rewards. I talked about this in one of the videos that I dropped recently. It seems to be mediocre rewards, and I'm sure a lot of you guys in the community agree with me because you guys have been sounding off about these rewards, saying what's going on with 2K. What do you think about the rewards, Brew?
I'm kind of on the fence. I ain't gonna front you. To me, the final reward is trash. Let me start it off. The final reward is trash, but this time,
let me just say one thing before the final reward. How do you define those clothing? Because I define it as pajamas. What do you?
They look like pajamas. They look like pajamas.
Pajamas.
They look like pajamas. I like the shell toes with them though. I like the shell toes. But to me, I prefer the suit before that. That other suit because they made the pants right. I think they're watching our podcast, man. I ain't gonna throw you. I complained about season 2. The shoes,
sure
the feet of the pants. It was too big. And this time they made it right.
They made sure they kept keeping up with the times. We don't got them 90s pants on.
Yeah, 90s pants was rubbing the wrong way, man. But overall, I think the biggest thing when it comes to rewards are the helmet and the racing suit. Those, I ain't seen no one with a racing suit yet. I'm definitely trying to get those, right? And there's an issue with that in itself because people keep quitting out the games.
Yeah.
And doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Which is a huge issue.
That's a huge issue.
But and then I don't know how 2K don't know that by now.
Facts. So to clarify what Bruce saying, the season rewards are one thing, but then there's 2 additional quests that you can get. And that's for some of the dopest rewards, which I had my eye on those ASAP second season 3 drop. It was the first day that I logged on. I saw those 2 quests and I said, that's what we're going for. I want that helmet. And you get the racing helmet similar to like the Mobile 1 helmet, except it's cold blue and it matches the racing suit. And this is the image that's in the season 3 banner. That they were like promoting when season 3 dropped. Yeah. But the tough part about those 2 quests is that you got to get 100 wins in park, which is not so difficult. But the rec center, you have to get 100 wins. So what Brew is referring to is the idea that if players are quitting or teams are quitting in the rec center, it doesn't count towards those 100 wins. And how many people quit on you in one day playing rec? So.
Bro, almost half the games people quit out. So right now I'm stuck at like 50-something wins right now.
And that's pretty good.
How far you got so far?
I'm not even 100% sure. I know I've been playing it over the last 2 days and might be something like I was gunning for the park one first. Yeah. We didn't get that one yet, but I may have something like 10 or 15, I think, if I'm not mistaken, if that. So we gotta
I got the park one over the mobile event.
Nice.
So we play a bunch of games in there, and those counted. So we definitely had that done. We had those helmets. Probably one of the first to get those helmets.
Awesome.
But that racing suit, bro, I want it so bad.
I feel you.
But it's so stressful.
It's stressful, and you can't switch players.
You can't switch players.
Yeah, you can't switch players on this. It'll just reset. So you got to get the player that you want to run with and get on out there.
That's so frustrating.
It's frustrating.
Because usually what I do, right? Like I'll play with my point guard if I'm playing on stream with people from the stream, right? But sometimes early in the morning, I like to get a game heat, pull out my lockdown, or go in with my power forward, my cheesy glitch power forward, and get some game wins. they don't count.
Mm-mm. You have to start it all over. So if you got 2 players, you're gonna have to get 200. Pretty much. One of them got to get to 100.
Yeah,
So
it's ridiculous, man. So I think that was one of the biggest thing. You saw anything else on that whole list of rewards that were even that even
viable. I
made
mean,
sense?
the
Yeah.
badge point is probably the biggest incentive for season rewards. I wish,
Yeah.
right? Consistently, you don't realize how important that additional badge point is until you're making a new build, and then you can see that
Mhm.
you make your new build, and you're like, whoa, I got 7 additional badges I could add now, or 6 additional
Yeah.
badges. So if you guys don't know as well, if you guys are watching, when you make a new build for each season, those
Yeah.
accumulate. So season
Yeah.
1, you got additional badge points. Season 2, season 3, that's 3 additional badges on top of the 4 that
Mhm.
you get from college. So
Yes.
it's the
So
7
right
badge
now,
points for season 3.
because I actually got to 39 yesterday. I know y'all think I'm a sweat
Man,
because
that is that is
I'm a
sweaty.
grindhead. I'm a grindhead. But because I've been so focused on getting that suit, I level up hella fast.
hmm
So
hmm
I got to 39 last night, and those bad points do make a huge difference. You are right.
Yeah, because
Because
you could think it is how you creating your build now. It's like, well, if I
how we
could,
could,
I could tweak this where I could get more defensive attributes and a
yep.
little less shooting and add additional badges to accommodate for, type of stuff. So yeah, it's definitely dope.
Yeah. Oh
Definitely
yeah.
dope.
Next thing about the season rewards. What do you think about some of the season rewards actually being in the store already?
That was
Like the scab.
so, man, that was
But
so discouraging. I mean, it was ridiculously discouraging to go through your season rewards and then you go to get fresh at swags and you see half your season rewards in swags or in wheels. You get the glider is already in wheels.
yeah.
And it's just
Yes.
like, that's another reward. I think what's the level 30 reward is the red glider.
Yes.
So I don't know how fast that
Yes.
joint is supposed to go, but man, it is really discouraging to see that you could just purchase the rewards that some people are going to be grinding for. Although a lot of
Mm-hmm.
you guys may feel differently and feel like you like the idea of purchasing them, but 2K is trying to charge you guys like a mortgage and a car payment for those same season
It
rewards.
was like 400K I saw for the card or something like
Yeah,
that. The
yeah,
season one card.
yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, but that's like $100 right
You
there.
ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. It's
Like
$100.
$100, bro.
Like where are we
That's
going with 2K? The highest that you had to pay in previous versions of 2K, the one of the most expensive things that you had to pay, and a lot of people found it well worth it, was the
yeah.
mascots. Because they used to have this allure. If a mascot came into the park, everybody used to go around the mascots. Who's the mascot? Who's the mascot? And you'll see the crowd
Yeah.
forming. So there was some allure to that stuff. Now there's not much allure to these rewards, and not much
Facts.
allure to these things that they're charging, like just way too much
Mm-hmm.
for. What cool? Who
And that was
has
the
this
thing,
money?
right? And that was the thing too. Like, I was expecting mascots or something. Because
Mm-hmm.
fourth season, we expecting something big for Legend. We ain't see no mascots. When are mascots gonna come? When is it gonna come? Next season or a season after that? You had a theory that you say you have a theory
I
you
do.
want to share with us
I
when
do.
it comes to
Yeah.
these reports.
So I want to break this down for y'all, and I spoke about this for some of the people who watch, like who come on over to our channel. I did speak about this briefly, but I would like to elaborate with you guys during this podcast, and you guys let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Season 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2K knows. Now, if this is 2K is my business, I would probably do things very similarly. Although I probably would, matter of fact, I would probably create more rules. I'm going to elaborate right now. Let's get to it, me. So 2K knows that you guys are going to be grinding the game up until season 4 because you guys are grinding for Legend. There's no incentive for 2K to put like some really good rewards in seasons 1 through 4 because you guys are already going to be playing the game. Let me clear some things up for you guys, man. Microtransactions lead the way for 2K as a business. They far
Facts.
outweigh unit sales already. So 2K knows this. We need to keep players on the game, and we need to increase microtransactions. So your same season 3 rewards are in the store already. Increasing microtransactions. They know you guys are going to be playing the game. The next step for the next like half or remainder of the annual cycle is going to be keeping players on the game throughout the annual cycle, which is exactly why they introduced seasons, because they want to make sure you guys are staying on the game throughout the annual cycle. They know you guys are grinding season 1 through 4. You're going to be playing on the game. You're going to be there. The player base is going to be there. So they're going to make mediocre rewards for the season. But you guys should expect to see better rewards towards the end of the annual cycle, because they want you guys to play. And it's all going to be determined on the player base and how many players are actually on the game. And that'll determine what season rewards we're going to be getting. That's my theory. It's just a theory from me. I can't say it's fact, but it is a theory. You guys let me know what you think. What you think about that, Brute?
I like it. I ain't gonna front. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing that to explain why we didn't at least see mascots. So they drop a that's kind of mascot. Still trash. I ain't gonna front with you. I hate it. Never used it. Never will. Keep it.
Pretty bad.
No, it's just trash. So we already know mascots is in the game for sure. Because when you clicking on mascots, first thing you see is the I forget what you would call clutch mascot display there there. Right?
Yeah.
So we know that's coming.
And
we already saw from PC people that they got what do you call
the jetpacks? Yeah.
Already got jetpacks and stuff like that. So we already seen that as well. That's gonna be coming. So I think you might be right. That might be their strategy. I can't even hate on them for it, but at the same time, it might get some players to lose interest early.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. You know what I'm thinking? What's discouraging about this for me is that why there always has to. I think if 2K as a business contacted the community saying what type of rewards you guys would like to see. What type of max level rewards would you guys like to see throughout an annual cycle? I think the community will give 2K a ton of ideas, things that they would like to see. So they shouldn't run out of ideas. There should be more than enough to spread around that makes every season seem lucrative, seem like it's something worth grinding for. But it just seems like it's the lazy end of things where, in other words, 2K could have made the season rewards amazing and still got people to stay on the game. Why they choose this route to make things mediocre and it's not nearly as satisfying to 2K players for the first 4 seasons, knowing which it's already been released that there are jetpacks coming in the game, there are going to be mascots in the game eventually. So
yeah, exactly. We already hyped for those, but will people stick around to really see them, especially if they decide to drop some of these after season 4?
And I imagine, considering what they've done with this season, now that you're mentioning that, I imagine that 2K is going to drop one mascot for free as a max level reward and then charge you guys $600,000 for the mascot in the store. Yo, I could see that happening easy, bro. I could see that happening easy. We'll see what happens.
But what do you think about if they just give you the ability to unlock mascots and still charge you with a mascot?
Imagine they don't give you. I know, but I'm just saying. Imagine they don't give you a mascot in a season reward, and then they're just gonna give you a quest to unlock the And if that's the case, bro, watch 2K. Mark my words. Make it one of the easiest quests to complete. You're gonna have to play, not win. Play 3v3 games to unlock.
He's a 3v3.
Yeah, facts, bro. Why should it be the case? And then you're gonna pay I'd say $500,000 for a mascot.
Oh my god, bro, that's
scary.
Yeah. It's
scary.
That sounds really doable. And a lot of times these are not the devs doing these things. A lot of people like to blame the devs. These are not the devs. These are people over the devs' head. You know, the devs trying to get the best game out there, best gameplay. They're trying to tweak the game or whatever. You could blame them for gameplay stuff and tweaks for that. But when it comes to these things, it's over their head, man.
Mm.
Over their head. Trust me, I know that personally.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, man, let's move on to
Yes.
one a next topic, bro. 2K shutting down NBA 2K20 servers on December 31st. Got a lot of mixed feedback on this because it still got people playing that game, right? And when they shut down the servers, you can't play My Team no more. You can't do microtransactions. All the online modes are pretty much the thing. You can still play the game, but you can't really do anything, really, man. What do you think about 2K shutting down these servers 2 years after the release of a game?
I think especially there's some nostalgia there, especially with 2K20. Like for me, is the first, not the first, but it was a good year for me. One of the years where I
Yeah,
had Legend, and there's some nostalgia and sentimental value tied into 2K20, and I think people experience that like every other year when they shut down that server. Like I said earlier, in my opinion, 2K understands that microtransactions lead the way as far as gaining revenue from the game, and they far exceed unit sales. And with every year, there's a larger and larger separation there. I imagine that they pay close attention to those numbers. I'm not trying to say exactly how 2K does business, but I think this is any good businessman's outlook on things. And
100%.
right? And if they see that the microtransactions for the 2 years prior are really dwindling, then they know they gotta let go of that to get players to purchase the unit. One, they want to increase unit sales, so they got to get players to get off of this old game, get them on to the new game, because these are the numbers that they're sharing with potential businesses that want to seek out 2K for
Yeah,
advertisement. So, they got to share these numbers, the player base, the unit sales.
you're right, man. And
Mm,
I never thought about that
mm,
because 2K don't just do stuff off the limb. It
mm.
have a reason why they
Facts, bro.
definitely start
Mm,
shutting these down 2 years after.
mm,
They've been doing it for years, but you got a reason why they started. It have to be that the numbers just tell them, yo, after 2 years or so, we
mm.
just not making anything off of it. It's actually more of a liability, if anything.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So you probably right on that. Me
hmm,
personally, man, I wish we had a few more years.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a game like Call of Duty, you could go back and play a lot of these older cards till this day.
Hmm.
You still they do shut it down after a while. Even FIFA.
Mm,
FIFA you could go back number of years, but they do shut it down after a while, but not this soon.
mm.
I think that's the thing with me. Just a little bit too soon. 2 years. Just a little bit too soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I think
But
it's aggressive. I think it's really aggressive their
yeah,
approach, because I think, like you said, if Call of Duty could do it, FIFA could do it. These are AAA games. They can
yeah,
2K can leave it up, but it seems like 2K is taking a more aggressive approach to getting
yeah,
like how to traffic players onto the new games. How to traffic.
exactly.
They're not looking at the long game. They're looking at the short game. The long game
Yeah,
is, man, I love that 2K20. I stay on as a player. I love
yes,
2K20. I stay on it. And eventually you will get the new game because you have so much tied into that older game
yeah,
that you've been playing. So they forget about those type of effects that it has on the player psychologically to eventually become a lifetime or a lifelong consumer. And
yeah,
that could go extend like generationally. Like you'll get that over to your kids and then your kids' kids. But they're not thinking about those psychological effects that'll keep a player on the game. They're just trying to traffic them, and then the player ends up feeling used and abused after they done emptied out their wallet.
you know how it is, man. But let me know your thoughts, man. What do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel? Where do y'all stand? Y'all, and
Hmm.
don't tell me y'all in a gray area. Choose a side. Y'all
Yeah,
agree with it, or y'all care, or y'all don't care, man. All right. Now let's move on to one of the biggest changes
big
happened
facts.
that happened over the past few days when Mike Wayne actually patched the dribble speed and the movement, which pretty much bringing back the left right, not all the way there, but yeah, Bills are point guards are it again, man. What do you think about that patch?
I like the balance as far as being out there playing the game. I like seeing that there is a cat and mouse game between the defense and offense. Prior to this most recent update with speed, the point guards were really shut down. It was like sad to see in a way where you saw a point guard like really trying so hard, damn near messed up his analog stick to go left, right. And it was sad. It was like, man, you're like
I
heartbroken,
think a lot
Betito.
of people didn't get the memo.
Yeah, they didn't
To
get
be
that
honest,
memo, bro. I don't know what who didn't send that. And this 2K. 2K is not good with sending out memos. That's why you guys always get your patch notes so late after a patch. So
100%.
you feel what I'm saying? So it was sad to see them point guards continually going left, right. Now you go out there and you see that these point guards are more free. They feel, you could tell they feel free, they feel in control again, but the defense is still there. So
Yeah,
I think it's more
yeah,
balanced.
because I've been playing on my point guard the entire time.
Mm,
And yes, you had to be more smart with how you use your guard. You had to be more team oriented, of course, which is something I didn't have to, wasn't a big change in my play
mm,
style. But
mm.
I would see when I'm defending other point guards. Like I literally would stop see point guards for a while, and any little point guard come out there was quitting out game. It was quitting out. Like
Scary.
that happened for a few days. Well,
Mm,
and the teams that will give us the biggest challenge are people who coming out and just say to hell with point guards who come out with 6-6 lockdowns and whatever. And it definitely changed the dynamic
mm.
until Mike Wayne really dropped that patch, and I'm starting to see them all again.
Yeah, they're coming back.
You know what I mean?
I tried it
And
yesterday. They were really out there.
yeah, and a lot of people are not and this is a confusing thing to me, right? Because I did a poll, I did multiple polls, and they were all around the same number, around 80 some percent. Really glad they were patched. The left right cheese was patched, and just around 15 to 17% around there were like, "Oh, I can't believe they patched the point guards. What are y'all doing 2K? Now the game is boring." But that was only a very small percentage. So that was why I was so surprised when I saw that patch. You know what I'm saying? I was like, are they not doing like real research or anything like this? Are they really going by the feedback, or they're just going off the limb, man?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
good question. And like, we guys we gave you a task about three podcasts ago, asking you guys to find out who 2K listening to. So keep that in mind, y'all. Put on your Carmen San Diego caps on, your jackets, all that stuff. Try to find out where's Waldo. Who is the dude that's telling
Ooh,
2K what's a change here? Because
back.
you hear the numbers, you get the feedback from the community. There was a ton of I had the same experience as you, Brew,
Yeah.
where players were just like, we're happy they patched the left right cheese, is happy. And then 2K drops this bomb just out of nowhere because Mike
Out
Wang
of
is in
nowhere.
hibernation. Yeah. And he only leaves that one tweet and gone again. I'm not knocking them, but
Facts,
yeah,
bro.
it's
Facts.
just like a ninja smoke bomb,
Yeah.
the gone. So
Yeah.
I don't know
Who is
who he's
that
listening
person
to.
that giving them feedback? Who? That's the. I'm starting. The more I look at it, I think it's a point guard. To be honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a point guard.
Mm.
All right, we narrowed it down, man, for y'all search. All right, look at one of these content creators that on the what do they call it, 2K makers. What do you call it?
Yeah,
2K
yeah. Next makers.
next makers.
Mm-hmm.
Look at one of these point guards on the next makers. That's one of them, man. I did half of y'all job, man. We need y'all to come up with that conclusion.
Facts,
We need
facts.
some facts. We need some facts, though. All
Yeah,
right.
big facts.
And we're gonna close it off with this last one right here. I think I started seeing a shift in the community, bro.
Mm.
All right. You know how everyone is every year. Bashing 2K is terrible. This, that. Fire Mike Wayne is crazy. I'm seeing people actually speaking out against this now. All
Yes,
right. I'm
people
seeing people saying,
complaining.
yo, I'm tired of y'all always complaining. When y'all ready to leave the community, oh, I'm about to leave. We all advertising it. Why y'all do just leave?
Mm.
I don't want to hear it. Just leave. Who cares? What do you think about that?
Well, there's some things that are keeping players on the game from more casual perspective. There's what I'm thinking. So, like, if you guys, a lot of you guys, man, this super high number, maybe like 90 to 95% of you guys love the City Slam rooftop challenge. You guys love that event. I constantly getting feedback. One,
Yeah.
it is a really good way to grind out the badges for your new build. So that's
Mhm.
one reason why. But you guys were loving this idea where it kind of got rid of the comp aspect of 2K and that you were just able to log on and chill. So what I
Right.
mean to say is that although there's people complaining about the game, there's so many more gamers that are just finding other activities to do than just play the 3v3 in the park or just play the rec. So when you hear
Mhm.
somebody in your ear barking, they're like, "Rawr,"
Yeah.
just in your ear barking about how could you play this game? This game is trash while you're chilling in the City Slam tournament, just easy. You just want to kind of grab somebody's face, mush them out the way, like, yo, get out my ear, my G. Why you in my ear? So I get it, man. I get it. Nobody want to hear all of that. You just trying to enjoy the game during your leisure time after you done worked 40 hours in the last week. You're just like, yo, let me chill, let me vibe out. You're messing up my
Mhm.
vibe. So I get it. I get it. People don't want to hear
And
complaining
well,
like that anymore.
I actually had an experience recently, man,
Hmm.
in my live stream where I was just chilling with the chat, playing. I always try to play with people from my stream. And this person came and was like, "Oh, I can't believe you're playing this game. Oh, it's trash." I'm like, "Bro, I'm just having fun right now, man. Why you gotta bring that negativity here right now? Like, bro, like." And this person went on a rant, bro. I ain't gonna
Hmm.
front. He went on a rant. And me, we'll keep calm. This is not the place for that, bro. We don't do that here. I'm always trying to keep it positive, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they went too far to say, bro, you was one of the people that used to speak out against 2K. Now you just towing the line, or I'm just paraphrasing because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't. Once people start right now, I don't read the entire thing to be
Yeah.
honest with you. And usually my mods get them out of there real quick. It don't give me enough time to read it anyways, right? Right. But basically, what I was saying is that
Hmm.
I used to be the one with the picket sign bashing 2K's trash, and now I'm just towing that line. And I was like, yo, there's a time and a place for everything. If there's something to be a problem, I'm gonna highlight like I'm sure you do as well,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? But you gotta be a hypocrite. And I would always put this out. You gotta be a hypocrite to say the game is pure trash and still playing the game. You gotta be a hypocrite,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest with you. Because
Facts.
if it's trash, it's a video game that no one is forcing you to play, and you could just turn it off and go play something else.
Yep.
Now, this is exactly why I tell the person before they went on their rants. I was like, bro, it's a video game. We got way more serious shit in life to worry about
Mm-hmm.
than a video game. Yes, I want to highlight if I feel something should be addressed. But if I really thought the game was just pure trash, I wouldn't be playing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would not listen to anyone who is constantly playing the game and saying it's trash
Yep.
every day.
Yep.
Something is wrong. What are
So,
your thoughts on that?
well, my thoughts are the same because 2K21 was so trash to me, and I spent a good year just
Mhm.
with my picket sign out saying, everything that I
Yeah,
experienced about 2K21. But I did delete the game and stop playing the game.
I remember when you did that. I remember
Yeah,
that.
I did that a few times over, gave it another shot. People would tell me, "Yo, it's back, it's back." All right, I'll just download it again. Try it. Hell no, it's not back, man. We back to deleting the game. So so I haven't felt that way about 2K22 yet. And I don't think it's anywhere near 2K21. There are instances where in frustration I do say we're seeing a little bit of 2K21 here, but it's not nearly the same. You can have fun on 2K22. And if you just want to chill, you can go to 3v3, no squads, just chill,
You got
vibe
fun and
out.
stuff.
Um,
100%.
you know what I'm saying? So there's so much to do in 2K22. And it's just like 2K did a really good job this year with finding new ways, new and innovative ways to keep players on the game. So people sharing their hate and frustration for the game and not just turning it off. I get it, man. I would be frustrated too if I was you and can't afford another game. I would get frustrated as well. So you're mad you spend your last $60 on 2K22. That is your problem. That is not my problem. You can't be
Especially
forcing
if you spend your last 60 when you want to have to spend the next 70 to create a player. That's
facts,
gonna
bro.
hurt
You don't
even
got
more.
no bucks to get your player up. You should know 2K is $150 easy to get the game and also make a new player. So I get it. I'd be frustrated too if I was you. Now I'm not knocking. I'm not knocking you players who have a difficult time trying to get up some funds to get your player right. But I just don't like the idea. The same like Brute was explaining. I don't like the idea of these players just getting in your ear, and then from a content creator's perspective, trying to get in my ear and tell me how to create content. It ain't going down. We do this every single day of our lives. We're for the people, we're
Right.
for the community, but we're players first. I'm a player first. I've been playing 2K since the very first 2K ever dropped on Dreamcast. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna tell me how to spend my leisure time. You ain't gonna tell me whether or not I'm enjoying the game that's in front of me. If you
Yeah.
don't enjoy it, that's
And
your opinion.
I think people should respect honesty though.
Facts.
Like honesty is important.
Mm.
Integrity is important.
Mm.
You could just, yeah, all right, Bruce is enjoying it. All right, I'm not enjoying it. That's okay though. He's
Yes.
enjoying it. That's okay. We
Yo,
ain't gotta enjoy the same thing.
yeah, bro. You
You
ain't
know what I
my
mean?
wasn't raised together. Hey, trying to
No,
act like we
no,
was raised together.
that's some of the most confusing thing to me when people think that because we ain't agree on everything, you're the enemy. Like,
Yeah, yeah, that
what?
happens too often.
That's how you live?
Hey, let me say one thing. You don't want to spend a good portion of your life burning bridges. You want to build bridges, y'all. If you trying to connect, build bridges. Don't start burning
Bro,
bridges for no
we can
reason.
agree on we can disagree on stuff. My guy Jay Easy, you know that's one of my best online friends, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we disagree on so much when we talk daily, man. It's fun to debate. It's
Mm-hmm.
fun to
Mm-hmm.
disagree. I hate if everything we say is yes, you're right. Yes, you're, that's so boring to me right there,
Yeah,
bro.
big
Where's
facts.
the
Yeah.
room for debate? Where's the room for the back and forth? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And this is why I don't understand why people are like that, bro.
Yeah.
It's the most confusing thing to me, especially in the 2K community. We got a bunch of followers, no individual thought. Like you can't have a thought, a mindset on your own. Like you can't come to a conclusion on your own and then present it. No,
Yeah,
you
there's
gotta
constant
follow.
influence. Okay, they find their favorite creator. They find their favorite
Mm,
creator who agrees with them because it's convenient. They agree with
yeah,
them, so now they feel empowered because one of these, they found a creator that agreed with them on their thoughts. And it's like, man, if you understand that we're all gamers, we're gonna have differences of opinion in the
facts,
product that's in front of us. It's just, it's just a natural
facts,
way of
facts.
thing,
That's
like the
how
way
we live.
things function. So we have differences
Exactly.
of opinion. It doesn't mean that I dislike you because you don't enjoy 2K. And how could it's like if somebody watch a movie and you enjoy this movie, I didn't enjoy this movie. Now I don't
Right.
like you because you enjoyed that movie? Nah, come on,
It made
man.
no
It
sense,
made
did
no
it? But
sense.
it's weird, bro. This person went on a long rant.
Mm.
My,
It's
it
tough stuff we
was
got to deal with.
comical. Yeah, we gotta deal with it all the time. It's just comical, man. All right. So we're gonna close it off right there. Any final thoughts, my guy, for the people?
Well, again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for your continuous support that you guys have been providing our platforms. I truly appreciate what you guys do and watching these Brutal City podcasts. We try to give you the best of us, and hopefully you guys could return that favor. Thank you again,
Y'all
man.
know.
I appreciate you guys so much.
All right, man. Well said, man. Well said. Y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Subscribe to both of us. We're gonna keep it coming. Y'all know we're gonna always be 100. Whether y'all like it or not, that's just how it is, man. Y'all don't have to agree with us. Me and him disagree on some stuff
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's just that's
Just
just
how it
how it
is.
is. Right. But at least y'all gonna always know
Mm.
where we stand,
Mm-hmm.
which is important, man. So make sure, like, share, subscribe. Have a blessed one, y'all. Peace.
Easy, yeah.